You're a spite baby that was used as a weapon, and a lot of you niggas wonder why you don't know both your parent, why you don't know one of the other parents. It's a prime fucking example. You were a fucking anthropoid. You went for the bag, and you think you get the audacity to spin the block with your BSB and we gonna be cool? Fuck nah, nigga. Court system is in disregard of the other party. So you could literally fuck someone for pleasure, for sex, have an activity, an accident happens, and now you're stuck with a bill for 18 years. All right, so this is a, I kind of like did some research on this shit and I'm gonna call slight cap, but we'll read into it anyway. So it says, NBA star Anthony Edwards made an historic move by paying, basically $1.8 million or $1,080,000 in child support all at once, covering 18 years for the anthropoid worth of payments. It says that's $5,000 a month, but he decided to settle it all up front. The message is clear. Don't ask me for a thing for the next 18 years. I'm gonna call cap on this because I just don't believe it. If this was real, a lot of niggas would do this shit. To be honest, a lot of men would do that if you're allowed to pay up front. What you can do is you could put in a motion to ask the judge if this is something you can do. But if a woman's expenses changes or something like that, and you're this rich, she could possibly figure out ways to try to squeeze out more paper if you're some rich basketball star. What you mean is true? Oh, so it worked? So that means she accepted it, or? Yeah, all right, let me click on this video. Yeah, she could always refinance her shit because as long as somebody makes more paper, then a bitch could get more anthro support. Could just try to get it refurbished. Hold on real quick. Let's click on a video that I kind of had saved or that I was looking at. Let's pull it up. It was like some black chick was explaining it, so I'm gonna assume she was right about it. Let me find it.
Good. Up front, because he didn't want to have nothing to do with his baby.
For the last 3 weeks.
Bro, you trying to take me off topic? The fuck?
Mama or their child.
Protect yourself from think.
All right, fuck what he's talking about. Let me just get to the chick.
And she said she didn't want to do it because she had just had an 2 years ago.
Court cases, I know how child support works, not as a practitioner, even
paid. And one thing that people don't understand about.
All right, so this is a anthro support, aka Android support lawyer, and she's basically giving a rundown on it.
Child support and family law rules in general is that you can ask for anything. It doesn't mean that it's going to be granted. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Anthony Edwards got a lady pregnant. She moved to California and filed a paternity lawsuit against him and asked for child support for his baby. Allegedly, he got 3 women pregnant in 2024. And when this woman, Aisha, told him that she was going to have a baby and he was going to be a father, he told her that she should get rid of it and that he's not going to be involved in the child's life if she decides to have the baby. She still decided to have the baby, allegedly because she had already gotten rid of a child within the last 2 years and she regretted it. Anyway, she goes on to file this lawsuit in California, which she has every right to do because Anthony Edwards was determined to be the father, so therefore he is responsible for taking care of the baby. The reason why I said that lump sum request is not going to happen is because the California laws do not allow for you to basically discharge child support in that way. You can't contract away child support, although he is paying. As he progresses in his career or as the child's need changes, child support can change. It doesn't just stay one set amount for the child's entire life unless the parents leave it that way. So if Aisha gets a child support amount and Anthony Edwards' income goes up, she can always take him back to court to get more child support from him.
And that's the part right there that I knew.
Yeah, so like I said, it just sounds too good to be true because Anthony Edwards makes way too much money to have only gotten away with only paying a million, let's just say a million, 1.1 million or whatever. It don't even sound right. Like, unless she had a trash lawyer, how the fuck was he getting away with only paying five grand a month for this anthropoid? I mean, I want him to pay zero. I don't believe in the child support system at all. Yo, T-Sage Beats with the 10 gifters though? Oh. Will we make it back to 34 tonight? Maybe. Shout out for the 10. Let me make sure you're not a VIP. If you are, if you aren't, I'll grant you. Let's grant you with that VIP. Now, I really hope that this is something that Anthony Edwards was able to solidify, because I don't believe that a man should have to pay for something that they clearly did not want. It's almost like the court system is in disregard of the other party. So you could literally fuck someone for pleasure, for sex, have an activity, an accident happens, and now you're stuck with a bill for 18 years. It's almost like, and there's a clip in here that I'm gonna play where the guy is just like, "Whoa, men, we have a body too. What about our body?" Like, a lot of motherfuckers that are walking around, a lot of BSBs that are walking around, none of us were actually playing. What we are is accidental, casual sex kids. That's it. And then on top of that, I personally watched my biological life get fucked up over child support. Like, the man's still on child support to this day. I'm a grown ass man. That nigga's still on child support. Bro, I called him up. I was like, "Man, is there any way I can get you off of that shit? Like, what do I gotta do?" He's like, "Well, you could get your mom to like sign off on the papers." Bro, I've been trying to get my dad off child support for a couple of years. I'm a grown ass man, bro. Like, I'm trying to get this shit diminished for him so the nigga can move on and go. Like, personally, I feel like it should be two parties that agree to have a backshot baby. It should be two parties. If the two parties can't come collectively, the woman should have to sign off on a paper saying that she'll take full responsibility. I think it's unethical when two human beings get together and fornicate, and there is an anthropoid that comes out of it that wasn't agreed to, and yet you gotta pay a fucking goddamn car note for 18 years. Top Breeze, shout out for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much for that. Because let's be real, all an unwanted kid is basically a car note. If a man didn't ask for it, why the fuck is it why the fuck do you have to pay for it? That is nothing but a car note. And then a lot of chicks wonder why men don't want to be around. Like I said, when I got older, Gucci Lou, shout out for the 22 months. When I got older, I understood why my dad said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna be around." Nigga, they kept robbing his paycheck. So when I really look at it back, I'm like, you know what? I kind of understand. There's no way in fuck I would have paid and been around. If I didn't agree to it, why would I pay and be around? I'm gonna pay and I'm gonna go on with my fucking life. You don't get the luxury of getting the money and the interaction. You fucked that up as soon as you got the courts involved. So I'm hoping this is something that Anthony Edwards was able to get done, but it does sound a little bit too good to be true. Nah, he wasn't ducking him. He was paying. They was robbing his check.
3,400 mark chat.
Shout out for those bits. Hold on real quick.
Happens is that child support sometimes fluctuates depending.
Yo, Top Breach with another 10 on a platform, though? Oh! Shit! Hey, thank you guys for allowing me to hit that goal, because we did drop. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to ignore what this bald fucker is talking about, and I'm just going to let the chick talk and then the guy talk after it.
To get those things, you also can't really be.
As his income goes up, you can ask for increases.
If the child develops special needs or needs daycare costs included, she can take him back to court to get those things. You also can't really predict how much co-pays and things of that nature are going to be. So she would still have to take him back to court for.
So what happens is a bitch can consensually suck dick, get bent over, get fucked, but yet the majority of the responsibility financial wise, well, a lot of the responsibility financial wise comes out of the guy. Bitch, I was fucking you for sex. I was not fucking you to create a fucking anthropoid with your ass. Like, it's completely unethical with how these chicks are able to do men. It's completely unethical.
For things like that, because he would still be responsible for paying anything like co-pays, daycare costs, all the things, right? Now, Aisha can agree to accept child support paid in one lump sum, but that contract would be really, really hard to do because she will always be able to come back and say, you know what, that was not enough. When I agreed to this was below guideline child support. Now he's making more money. So I'm coming back to ask for the difference of what he should have been paying under this contract. You cannot contract child support away like they are trying to do. So I really want to know who his attorney is because that's a wild motion to file. Aisha can definitely agree to it, but there's nothing really stopping her from bringing it back at a later time saying that was not enough.
Yeah, what she'll probably do is she'll probably take the money for now and then spin the block later. That's what she's gonna do. I mean, you think that a woman is gonna sit there, watch a guy make $244 million in multiple years and be cool with 5 bands a month? You said, what if the anthropoid wanted to meet me later in life? Would I? Fuck no. That would be, if I was in his position, that would be null and void because the bitch already tried to get me for a bag. So once a bitch always tries to get the individual, if I was in that situation, once the bitch has been getting me for a bag, you erase any chance of me ever interacting with that fucking anthropoid. The smart move would have been for these bitches to be cool about the shit. But as soon as you get the courts involved and everything like that, there's no way in fuck you have a chance at meeting. Fuck no. The bag. You went for the bag and you think you get the audacity to spin the block with your BSB and we gonna be cool? Fuck nah, nigga. Hell motherfucking nah. We gonna end up like 50 Cent and his oldest son. I don't want nothing to do with you. You got bags out of me. Once you start forcefully putting courts and getting bags out of me, there would have been no way in fucking hell we build a relationship. That shit's over. You'll never get to know me. You'll never get to know me in life. For one, I didn't ask to have you. For two, I was paying. That's good enough. Take the bread and go. Just that simple. What happened? I would have been like, yo, what happened to all the bags? Your mom never bought you like XYZ with all the bags that she was getting? Like, damn, like, oh, you didn't get that money? Oh, I wonder what she did with it. Then what will happen is the kid will go back to the mom and be like, damn, mom, like, like such and such said that they paid XYZ for this many years. Like, why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? Blame your fucking goddamn mom. You said, what if they become a celebrity or athlete? I wouldn't give a fuck what they become. That has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't be like, damn, that nigga really did excel in life. And damn, that nigga, I don't give a flying fuck. I wouldn't give 2 fucks what you become. Congratulations, nigga. That's what you would get, a fucking congratulations. I don't give a damn. If I didn't ask, I would never consider you any type of any considerment. If I gotta pay for you, fuck you. It's just that simple. So that's why Anthony Edwards did it. He said he didn't want to procreate with the chick. I was backshotting this bitch for fun. She decides to keep the anthropoid. Now he got to pay. So now people expect Anthony Edwards to pay and still chill with the BSB? No, bro. You pick your poison. Pick your poison. You want a possible relationship or you want this money? You don't get both. So here's something that this guy was saying that made a lot of sense.
Let me preface this by saying I do not support, condone, or even understand the actions of a deadbeat. Also, as a father, I don't. However, this Anthony Edwards situation is giving deeper insights.
On top of that, when people use the term deadbeat, if a nigga is paying, there's no such thing as a deadbeat. If you're getting money, if you're getting a car note every month for a kid, there's no such thing as a deadbeat. You're getting paid. They're like, just because I don't chill with, just because I'm a man and I wouldn't chill with an anthropoid on your birthday and all that type of shit, that I ain't no motherfucking deadbeat, nigga. You're getting a bag. You're getting money. Clearly, that's what the fuck your mom wanted, is money. So why the fuck? I don't understand why niggas are considered deadbeats that pay. Like, I'm seeing a lot of shit in the media where they're calling Anthony Edwards a deadbeat. The nigga's paying money. That's not a deadbeat. He's paying these chicks a bag monthly. The nigga doesn't have to be around.
Men are not going, especially men with money.
You said his channel got
What if
hacked
the
and he's
BSB
leaking his number?
grows
That's
up to pay
crazy.
him back with extra money?
What if the BSB grows up to pay him back with extra money? I wouldn't even accept. I would have no connection. I would have no connection at all. I would have nothing to do with something that forcefully had me pay money for it a month I didn't ask for.
Money, if they can, are not going for that whole.
Click on this.
Men are not going, especially men with money, if they can, are not going for
Don't
that
need
whole.
to be around if you're paying.
My choices in that intercourse nonsense.
Right.
Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards. Let me not put this on the wrong person. Anthony Edwards has decided that he not only doesn't want parental rights, but he also wants to pay his child support in one lump sum of 216 months. That's 18 years. Never seen the court, condone or.
You said, why take it out on the child when they have nothing, when they have no say in anything? Why did the bitch have the kid if the nigga clearly said he didn't want it? Tomato, tomato.
Prove this, but we'll see what happened. But I'm just trying to exegete real quick that, like,
Put it like this. All right, to answer your question, here's how I could really answer your question collectively. So I'm gonna read your question again. It says, why taking out on the child when they have nothing, when they have no say in anything? Well, it goes both ways. Why file paperwork on a nigga when shit could have been done amicably? Tomato, tomato. The chick was using the kid as a weapon. So why can't I use, why if I'm an individual like Anthony Edwards, why can't I use my presence as a weapon? If the bitch was using the shit as a weapon. What happened with Kai's shit?
this be a lesson to some women that men have bodies too. They have choices too. I think y'all play that whole.
It happened to me before too.
Oh, I carry the baby, I give birth, and it should really be my choice thing. Men, as a dominant personality and just how they hunt, they resent being told what to do. So when you force someone to do something they don't want to do, you're going.
Yeah, you hear that shit, what he said, which made a lot of sense. Check this out.
Dominant, it should really be my choice thing. Oh, I carry the choices too. I think y'all overplay that whole, I carry the baby, I give birth, and it should really be my choice thing. Men, as a dominant personality and just how they hunt, they resent being told what to do. So when you force someone to do something they don't want to do, you're going to get a reaction. And then y'all be like, oh, that's so sad. It's so sad that you also heard someone's request to not do something and you did it anyway.
Prime fucking makes the most sense. Yeah, I know they banned a lot of niggas from out of here. I noticed that. It must have been some fucking weirdo that came in here before and started banning niggas from our chat. Hold on real quick. Let me see what the fuck is going on in this shit. Well, I don't know. I think they banned him just to get the hacker off his shit. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, y'all see the N-word and all that shit. So what they'll do is they'll ban his account, and then just to get the guy from I guess hacking his shit, and then they'll bring it back. Yeah, I just seen it right now.
The problem with society is, and y'all do this with everything with men, y'all think that it only matters what the woman wants. It only matters how you feel. It only matters the consequences and the risk to you. Men have lives too. And though I may not agree with their actions, their results, their choices, as a man, and an alpha man at that, I understand the carnal and visceral response to someone trying to back me in the corner. I promise you, if you've ever told me, oh, do this or else, or tried to force me into something, you wouldn't like my response either.
Makes a lot of sense. On that note, hopefully Anthony Edwards, the shit is real, but it just sounds too good to be true. So we'll see what's up. If he's able to get a lawyer to get that motion, congratulations. I want him to get that motion, because when a nigga says no, just like when a woman says no, I don't want to fuck you, we should have that right of a procreation of an anthropoid. If we don't want the anthropoid, we should have a right and say so as well, that we don't want to share a collabed, forceful kid with you. Like, we were fucking you for recreational purposes, and I really wish that men had more rights when it came to that type of thing, because there's a lot of worthless people in this world walking around because there was a chick who said, no, I'm gonna have this shit anyway. And the dad was like, well, I don't want to procreate with you. And yet that's why we got so many people in society that are lost, because there's a lot of people here that weren't agreed upon on double the terms, meaning that the man and the woman agreed upon the terms. And now they're just out here on earth freeballing, don't know what to do, because you had a mom that had a random ass kid that had no connection with the fucking dad. Now you'll never get to know that motherfucker because he didn't want you in the first place. So you're basically a spite baby. You're a spite baby that was used as a weapon. And a lot of you niggas wonder why you don't know both your parents, why you don't know one of the other parents. It's a prime fucking example. You were a fucking anthropoid. Is that the girl? Yeah, she has a kid with Lil Baby as well. So there's a lot of lost people out here on earth because a chick said, no, I'm gonna have it anyway, when a nigga said no. Or there's a chick who had a baby by a guy that she can't fucking stand because he decided to bust in her and wanted to try to trap her. So every time she looks at you, she like, man, fuck this nigga. Or damn, I can't stand Robert. Like every time I look at him, he reminds me of fucking Jacob. So yeah, it's a lot of fucked up kids out here because both counterparts didn't agree. So we'll see what happens more with this story. I only bookmarked this because this part right here, I only bookmarked it. What happened to a bitch enforcing the condom too? Why is it always on the nigga? A bitch should just forcefully say, you're not sticking your cock in me unless you strap up. So yeah, it goes both fucking ways. It's not on the nigga, bro. Remember, all we got to do is pop out our cocks. A bitch has to gap her whole legs open and let you go in between her legs and stroke her box. So whose fault really is it? We had multiple steps, multiple times. We did foreplay, we did pussy eating, dick sucking, all of that. We could have done so many preventable things. You could have been like, we're not going any further. All right, head's cool. All right, I'm done sucking you up. Are you ready to fuck? You're like, yeah, absolutely. Well, do you have a condom? You're like, well, no, I didn't think we were going to get that far. Well, we're not fucking unless you get it. Go get one or we're not fucking. So it really be the chick's fault too, more than the man. Because it takes a lot for you to open up your legs and allow a nigga to slide in you and fuck you raw. That's easy for us. It should be hard for you. Like, you should be the one that's saying, you're not going to enter my vessel, enter my temple, my body, without sliding on that rubber Johnson. So, yeah, it's more the chick's fault. Yeah, so I see they only banned him just to bring his account back to stop the hacker. He's not actually banned. They don't care because they get county, they get EBT, free money, all that type of shit. Easy for them to have an anthro. Easy for them to have an anthro. So for all my flat earthers out here, that's why you got to get, oh my God. This is for you flat earther niggas, okay? And no, it's not a fish eye lens. All right, stop.